So welcome to another video, and as you can see, it's not a fishing video. It's again a new gear video. I've been gearing up for when I do start fishing again. As soon as the weather sorts itself out and I can find a bit of spare time, I'm going to go fishing again. Until then, I've just been getting myself ready and getting a few bits and pieces ready for fishing. So to start off, I've been doing some casting with my new rod and reel, and it's been going really well. So what I've done is I just found that my hands are all over the place a little bit, so I just wanted to mark up where my hands are. And I've got some hockey stick tape, as you can see here. I've got a big roll of it. I've got a light blue to match the whippings, and I've put one where the top arm goes, hand goes, and I've got one just down at the butt grip there. And finished that off with some black electrical tape, and I'm really happy with that. I think that looks really nice, and it's going to be handy for me to know where I'm going to be holding stuff. So that's one little addition. Another little addition is that I've got some Mighty Break tape for the rod tip, because the rod tip was just white and I wanted some reflective tape. So I've got some Mighty Break, and I've got a blue. I don't know why I've got a blue. I think because it's got blue whippings, although they're turquoise whippings. I've gone for blue, and when you shine a light on that, it really lights up. So it's quite minimalist, it's quite unblingy, if that's a word, until you stick a light on it on the beach, and then it glows up really well. So we can give that a try. But already, I haven't even fished with this rod yet, and as much as I love it, and it casts well and everything, it's quite thick. It's not the slimmest rod in the world, so I'm already looking at other options, but that's going to be a story for the future. And that there is one of my ugly stick boat rods, which I'm not supposed to know about because that's a Christmas present, but I've got to wrap it up for myself, if that makes any sense. And I've got a bit of stuff, a bit of tackle, so I'm just going to go through what I've got. I've got a couple of plain leads. I'm going to use more plain leads now. I'm going to do a lot more sort of searching out for fish that'll roll around and find depressions and gullies and find its own way, rather than just where I cast, stick the wires in, and that's where it will stay. So I'm going to do a bit more sort of scratching around, rather than putting just two rods with big baits on, whack them out there and wait until I catch a big fish. I'm probably going to go down the route of using one rod scratching around with a 3-hook flapper on, and the other rod with a big bait on, just to hedge my bets a little bit. I've got some bait elastic. I bought that from the local tackle shop because I've got the little in over with the dispenser, but I ran out of the elastic, and the tackle shop didn't have any of the one that fits into the dispenser, so I bought a regular elastic just for a backup more than anything. So if I run out, I've got a spare one. But since then, I've bought one of these Batex Tronics Pro ones, medium. It's a big old spool, there's loads on there, and it comes with a dispenser, and I think that'll be quite handy. I've got some amnesia to help with rig tying, so I've got £15 and £25. I do intend to get different strengths, so I've got an array, so maybe sort of 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30, something like that. Just have a range of it to cover whatever I need. Now these are interesting. I saw these on the website. They're little crimps with a swivel built on halfway, and they come with a little plastic cover, like an anti-tangle sleeve. But when you put that on and crimp it, and then you slide this onto your hook length, and then onto the swivel, it will stand off really proud. And I think it will, when I'm fishing a 3-hook flapper that isn't clipped down, I think that will eliminate the wrapping around. It will stand off nicely. And if I've got short enough snoods, then it shouldn't foul up. So they come in a packet of 9, so I can do 3 rigs of 3, and I can have them in the bag ready to go. Got some pulley beads. Everyone loves a pulley bead. I think for me the Genie Gemini ones are the best ones. They're just free running, whereas the other ones don't seem to be as free running. I've got one of these T-bar disgorgers, which I haven't had up to now, but I've seen so many people using them on the beach to good effect, just to pop the hooks out of dogfish and things like that, that I thought I'd get one. And I think that'll be handy. And what I want to do as well, I want to convert my seat box. I bought one of these breakaway cam locks, because the Daiwa seat box I've got, the clip doesn't really hold very well and it opens. and I want to get some gas struts on there so it will open up and stay open rather than just flipping over and then smashing my knuckles when it comes over in the wind. So the idea is with the gas struts, it's always trying to open with the struts, and if it doesn't hold properly when it's closed, it will just keep opening. So with this little contraption, it just locks it in place and stops it from opening when you don't want it to, and then you can just turn it off. Cam lock, really good. I think they're about £2. And hopefully that'll be a fantastic bit of kit. Got myself some Tronix Pro luminous rig tubing, and that is for my top pennel hook to hold the pennel to the line. That's what that's for. That's another strip of that mighty brake that I put on the top of that rod. Just got a bit left over. These Tribucho reel bands come in a pack of 2. Now, I'm not a lover, even though big pit reels, big surf reels these days have got a big line clip and they're quite line friendly, I still don't like it going in because it does cause a bit of a kink, and you just don't want any kinks or chafing or damage to your line whatsoever. So I've decided to get these. I think they're about £3 for a pack of 2, and they're just like big wide elastic bands, basically like big wide wristbands that will go around the spool and hold the line, stop it from all falling off when it's in the bag. You don't have to use the line clip then. So they come with a tab, and it's nice and easy to take them off when it comes to fishing. So I think that's a really good idea. It's something that I wanted to get for a while, and I've actually got round to it now. I've got some crimps, packet of 100 crimps, just because I was running out. I'm trying to make rigs and I'm trying to search around in the box for a crimp, and it's just not good enough. So 100 crimps for about £3, I think. We've got some sequins, and I've got sequins to use in conjunction with the rubber stops. So when I'm scratching around with the flapper rigs, I think it's the clip down free hook rigs, when I'm scratching around, when you cast, the force of the cast can force the worm up the hook link and away from the hook. So I'm going to start using a sequin to hold the worm, and a rubber stop just to keep the sequin in place so that on the cast it stays exactly where I've put it. I've been watching a lot of beach match fishing videos just lately. I'm not going to get into beach match fishing, I've been there, I've done that. But the idea is just to get some hints and tips from the guys that are out there doing it now. Obviously things have evolved since I used to fish matches on the beach and everything, and just things like having a rig baited up and ready to go. This sort of thing. The standoff booms, I think it will help. It will just keep my sessions a bit busier rather than just sit there for a couple of hours waiting for big baits to go. I can have a little scratch around and catch some smaller species. So I love catching things like dabs. Never caught a sole before. Bits and pieces, you know. Rockling, used to catch loads of rockling. Apparently they're not so plentiful anymore, but just that sort of thing on one rod. Now this is what's known as dongle braid. It's thick braided line. A lot of you already know what this is, but some of you won't. And I want to start having a look at this. And it's a case of having a braided hair rig, if you like, underneath your hook, underneath a big circle hook like one of these. And on the braided hair, you wrap your bait to it, so your hook is completely exposed above the bait. And from what I can gather, you get really good hook holds. They don't take the hook right down because the hook isn't in the bait, it's above the bait. Nice clean hook holds, and with these circle hooks they come into their own when you're using this method of fishing. I'll probably make some up, and next time I go fishing, if I use it, I think it's going to be more like for fishing for the hounds. It seems to be really good, it comes into its own when you're fishing for the hounds, but I think for the rays as well. So when I start fishing with circle hooks and dongles, I will talk about it on the beach when I do it. Now these are Seaglow circle hooks. They're 2Os, and they're quite big, but they're not big. They're big for me because that just looks like a big hook to me. I love the way the hook point faces backwards. I think once it's in, it don't come out. There's a big old thing about them at the moment, so I thought I'd jump on it. And these ones are the short shank wide gapes. These are so sharp, these ones. These are 4Os from Seaglow. So I think a pennel with one of those at the bottom and one of those circle hooks at the top, I think that would be absolutely deadly. But I will incorporate the dongle as well and have a little play with that. And that is about it. I did get a light. I don't think I've shown you this light, but this light is rechargeable, so I can have this charging while I'm using it on the beach. And I've got that to light up the rods. And it's really bright. So we're going to give that a try next time we get down the beach. We're going to give that a try for lighting the rods up so that you guys can see the rods more. And I think when I'm doing the live streams as well, I've just noticed in other people's live streams, the rods are fixed on the rods. The camera is fixed on the rods. And the light is lighting up the rods so you can see the rods, and I'm round behind the camera so you can't see me but you can see the rods and I can still see the chat. And plus that way you'll have the better camera on the rods rather than the front facing camera. I think the difference is something like 12 megapixels on the front and 48 on the back, so it's going to be much better quality for you guys. So that's the plan. So that was it for today really. I mean, we're getting ready for Christmas now. What is it today? The 9th of December. We've got 2 weeks I think till Christmas, which is exciting. More exciting for the fact that I've got probably about 2 weeks off work. Obviously got to spend some time with the family and the kids, but it does mean that I am going to get some time to get out and do some fishing. So watch this space. I've got my anchor now. I've got to go and get some chain for the anchor. I've got my 2 boat rods. Well, I will have my 2 boat rods, and I've got a boat reel. I just need to get one more multiplier for the boat. Life jacket and a ship to shore radio, and I think then we'll be ready to venture out into the harbour when we get some better weather. That'll probably be in the spring, but I'm looking forward to getting out there into slightly deeper water and have everything I need to do some proper boat fishing rather than just fishing in the creek at places where I could probably cast from the shore. So yeah, that's exciting. That's an exciting plan for the new year. But over Christmas I am going to try and hit the beaches and give some of this stuff a bit of a run out. The seat box conversion I'm going to get round to. It seems like I think I've got to get one of those breakaway conversions that turns it into a backrest and a rucksack before I can start sticking all the stuff inside. I'm going to look into it a bit more deeply, but I am going to convert the box. Now I've got a decent rucksack, I don't have to have everything in the box and make the box about 6 tons. So now I can have the box nice and neat and tidy with all my fishing stuff in, and stuff like bait, spare clothing and food I can put in my rucksack on my back, box on the trolley, rods over my shoulder. So that's the plan. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Sorry if this has bored you a little bit, but it's absolutely horrible outside and there's no way I'm going to get out fishing. So at the moment, that is. Like little things like Velcro. I've seen people put Velcro along their needles and have a little bit on the outside of the box, a bit of Velcro on the outside of the box, so that when you're knelt down in front of the box you can just pull it off the side of the box, unhook your fish and Velcro it back onto the box. Little things that help match anglers fish with speed, but even if you're not a match angler, it just makes things convenient. There's little accessory things that you can stick on the side of your box, and you can put your discorder in and your scissors and your bait elastic and your baiting needle and all those things that you need just to hand rather than I'm the worst in the world for where's my scissors. It's around somewhere. I've probably buried it under the gravel, or it's underneath my chopping board, or I'm terrible for it. And if I can just organise things a bit easier, a bit better, I can just make things a bit easier and I can fish a little bit more effectively. Because we don't fish effective, us vloggers and us YouTubers trying to create content, we don't fish effectively because, you know, we're concentrating on the chat, we're concentrating on the video, we're concentrating on is it in focus, is it the right shot. So you do detract from your fishing concentration. So if everything's a little bit to hand and easier, that would just help the fishing be a bit more productive as well as creating content for you guys. So yeah, I am going to go now. Again, thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll be out in the next week or two to do some fishing. And if we are, we'll see you on the beach. Thanks guys.